I started running because when I was born, they told my parents I would never walk. And if I did walk, it would be with braces on my legs and I wouldn't be able to do it for long periods of time. So I decided that I didn't like that when I was a kid. I was made fun of and I didn't want to be made fun of anymore. So I trained myself. I kind of walked for a couple minutes and then I would run for a few minutes and then I walked for a little bit longer and then I would run for a little bit longer, and I kind of kept doing that until I could run for a little bit of long distance. And I did go to the gym and I did have a personal trainer in high school and in college, but it was mostly I kept it up. Like I would go, from having a trainer 2 days a week, but then I would be at the gym or I'd be outside walking all the time. Like I never stopped exercising because I knew if I stopped, they were gonna get weaker again. And then I met Nancy with the Couch to 5K, and she gave me more strategies of how to run even longer. I was able to, but I had a brace on my left leg, and I wore that until the 5th grade, and then once I went to middle school, I decided that as much as my legs hurt during the day, I wasn't gonna wear it because I wanted to be what I thought was normal. My first race was 2 years ago, and I walked half of it. I couldn't run up a hill, and it was mostly all hills, and then I did the Couch to 5K this past summer, and that was when I really started to run long distances. I've done 2 half marathons, training for a third, and I've done a 10-miler and a bunch of 5Ks.
What did the Couch to 5K do to help you?
It made me believe in myself because there were other people that, could only run for 5 minutes and then would need that walk. And then I realized that I was normal, that was an okay thing to do, that I can stop when I have to. And it's okay to walk a few minutes and then start running again. Like that doesn't mean that you're weak or that you can't do it. It's just a training process. I did see a lot of people grow and a lot of people start to believe that they could cross the finish line, and even though it might not have been the time that they wanted, at least they finished. And then I saw a lot of people that quit in the middle of it, that said, I can't, once we got to longer runs and we stopped walking in between, they said, oh, I can't do that, and just decided not to do it. And for me, you just got to keep trying. Because the more you try, you're finally going to succeed at some point.
How do you feel Nancy McCarthy has helped you as a trainer?
I think that she's amazing. She's put confidence in me that I knew I had, but I didn't want to believe it. I never wanted to believe that I could be an athlete, and she brought that out. Future races, I would love to cross the finish line at the Boston Marathon. That's my ultimate goal. And I just want to keep running until I can't anymore.
And what races do you have coming up?
I'm doing the Disney Princess Half Marathon in February, and then we'll run for Beer Series starting in January, and that goes until June. And then I'll start doing the Yankee Homecoming 10-miler in July, and then the half marathon in October, and then maybe one in November.
Wow, so that's 3 half marathons this year.
Yep. Sometimes I run with other people, and sometimes I just run on my own. If I'm having a bad day, I just kind of go and I run it out. But sometimes I'll run longer distances with some people. It's kind of easier. You don't realize how long you're running if you're with somebody else and you're in a conversation. But I just do it on my own if nobody wants to come with me. I love running in Newburyport. Like, I love doing all like the side streets and all the hills, and if I don't stretch out beforehand, then my muscles on long runs will start to feel it. And then that's when I stop, and I'll, stretch out in the middle of a run if I can, and then I start again. So I make sure I always stretch before I go out. Believe in yourself, because yes, you can. And the minute you doubt yourself, you actually do believe it. But if you believe that you can do it and you can cross the finish line, then you're going to do it. It's all about believing in yourself. I kind of just tell myself, even though I don't want to, I know I'm going to feel better once I do it. So I kind of just get myself up and, get myself dressed, and I just go. And it doesn't matter if I'm out there for half an hour or if I'm out there for 2 hours. No matter how many miles I run, at least I'm doing something.
So you've come from somebody who was told she'd probably never walk again to doing 3 half marathons in a year. All right, how does that feel?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing. I know I'm not the best out there. I know that I have a lot to improve, but I just keep working at it. And I know I'll get there at some point. My biggest message is, yes, you can. No matter, even if you don't think you can, you just have to try. And that's what I did. I didn't think I would be able to run a half marathon. I mean, it was a dream. I never thought that dream would come true. And I tried, and I didn't do it in the greatest time, but I crossed the finish line. And that's all I wanted to do, was just cross.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. Don't give up. Don't give up, because if you give up in yourself and you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to do it. But if you believe in yourself and you keep going to the best of your ability, you'll get there.
So that was Kim, and Kim has a half marathon in 4 weeks, which is probably why she whipped my ass.